Welcome, welcome all to K-Drama School. I'm your host, Grace Jung, and class is now in session. Before I get started, I want to make a quick plug. I will be in New York later this month. On November 21st, Friday, I will be in Ossining, New York. That is in Hudson Valley. I will be at the bookstore Hudson Valley Books for Humanity at 5 p.m. with Helen Hyungyung Park, who was a guest on this podcast. She's an artist, videographer, writer. She's also an educator and a social worker, family therapist. And we'll be talking about my book, K-Drama School, a pop culture inquiry into why we love Korean television. Saturday, November 22nd, I will also be talking about the same book in Nyack, New York at Big Red Books. That'll be at 2 p.m. So Friday, 5 p.m., Saturday, 2 p.m., back to back, I will be discussing K-Drama School, a pop culture inquiry into why we love Korean television in New York. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you there and meeting you there. Books will be available for sale. I will also be there to sign, answer any questions, and get into it. So really looking forward to seeing you all there. I know I haven't been updating my podcast in a while. I meant to, but things just got in the way. It's not an excuse. That's just the reason why. And I'm okay with it as long as you're all okay with it. I've been toying with some ideas as to what else I can do with this platform. And, it's something I got to consider, because if I'm not interested, if I'm not fully engaged with what I'm doing, and if I'm not fully excited, then I'm just not going to be applying myself. I realize if I'm not interested, there's just no motivation. It's really hard to make me do something I'm not interested in. So this is something I'm going to be toying around with. I've had some ideas bopping around in my head, but we'll see when that actually gets into play. Last week, I had the pleasure of visiting George Washington University. I was at the Institute for Korean Studies as a panelist to talk about the transcultural phenomenon of K-dramas. I was joined by a couple of other scholars and another podcaster. I was the only person who was there who was both a scholar and podcaster and independent artist. So that kind of put me in a very interesting position, because I was able to talk about some of the theoretical stuff and the globalized phenomenon of Korean dramas, but I was also able to talk about the fandom stuff, the textual analysis stuff, the history of K-dramas, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a very enriching experience. I enjoyed talking to a lot of the students who came up to me afterwards to chat me up about their papers, their thoughts, their interests. I had the pleasure of talking to the current postdoctoral fellow who was there. There was this weird moment there, because I was really into my discussion with that postdoctoral fellow, and then the person who was leading that whole panel started gesturing me like this to say, we're gonna go to dinner now. And I was hungry, so I was like, okay, let's all go to dinner. And I asked him, I was like, can she come along too? And he was just like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh, is it because you don't want her there, or is it because you can't afford it? And he was like, yeah, it's more of the latter. And I was just rolling my eyes, how is that even possible? They can afford to feed one more person at the table, right? So graciously, this scholar, whose work is fascinating, she's conducting research as to why there's such a high suicide rate among Korean women in South Korea. I mean, already it's that's cutting edge innovative research right then and there. And like, as you know, we were just walking to the restaurant together, and she was just kind of like tagging along just to walk with me so that we could continue our conversation. And then the guy who initially said no to my request to say like, oh, can she join for dinner, he like changed his mind, and he was just like, yeah, why don't you just come through? So it's like, bitch, why didn't you just say yes from the get-go? You know, why didn't you just say like, it's okay? Like, be inclusive. You know what I mean? Like, we're arts and humanities scholars at a university, like playing with funding that is like by the hundreds of millions. So cut the shit. Don't be petty. She's part of the department. She's part of the institute. Just like let her come and sit down and eat with us. You know what I mean? And like everything she had to say was just so interesting. So like, bitch, if you're in a position of power, like if you're a chair of a department, or if you're the chair of a panel, or if you're a tenured fucking faculty member at a university, be nice, okay? Like, be nice to people who are in vulnerable positions, like a postdoc or a visiting assistant professorship. You know what I mean? Because like we're pretty much struggling, like right there, right alongside graduate students, okay? People are, you know, scrimping and saving, nickel and diming. And you know what? I'll say this, it's not going to be forever. You know, everything changes, the tides turn. So while we wait for that, let's just like try to be nice. Let's try to be inclusive and not say no when we extend the invitation to one more person to come and join the table where we're all going to be sharing pizzas and pastas and salads anyway, you know, especially when the funding was given by the Korea Foundation precisely for moments like this. Like, don't be a dick, you dicks. I've been generally okay. I would have moments of like utter rage, feeling like, oh my God, you know, why is the system the way that it is? But, you know, at the same time, I'm like listening to, you know, my crack being self-help tapes, right? Audiobooks on self-help written and read by Deepak Chopra, right? Like, how many more recordings of Ram Dass can I listen to? How many more guided meditations by Tara Brach can I do in order to keep my sanity and keep my cool, you know? And you know what? Ultimately, I'm just like, whatever. There will be days when I'm feeling fired up and enraged and raging against the machine. And then there will be days when I'm just like calm as a lamb, saying, I accept the universe and everything that is for what it is. And I will not resist it. And I will not fight it and say that it is all wrong. I will just say, I accept, you know? And if I can't do that, I'll just say, I accept the fact that I am in utter fury and rage and discontent at the moment, because, you know, there are days like that too. Congratulations to me. Just yesterday, I bought a new car. That's right. I bought myself a brand new car, and it took me 2 months of searching for this vehicle, shopping around, dealing with countless phone calls and emails and text messages from desperate car salesmen just clamoring for attention. I mean, like, car salespeople are another level, right? And ultimately, you know what was interesting? The car that I ended up going for, it's a Honda. I went for that car because, well, it's a newer model. It came out earlier this year, very low mileage, and it has great gas mileage. It's roomy, and it has all the things that I am looking for in a vehicle. And the price point was, I mean, it was like around the approximate price point that I needed it to be at. And the guy who was selling it to me, he didn't have that desperation about him. Like, he called me once to check in after I test drove a car that I didn't like. And then when I found this car, you know, he was like very responsive to my emails, but like he didn't have this like annoying quality about him, just like, you know, trying to just kiss my ass in every which way. I mean, not to say he wasn't, like, they all kind of blow smoke up your ass, but like he was somebody I could work with, And then I negotiated the deal. Always negotiate your car down, okay? Like any number that they give you, they can go lower. So shave it off as much as possible. And then they always do this. Like every car dealership does this. You got the sales guy, the one that's on the bottom tier who you're dealing with. And then when you're about to sign for the vehicle, they bring in a manager, the financing guy, the one who's a little bit more experienced and a little bit more of a snake or a bull or however you want to, categorize this individual. But like they're a little bit sharper. Let's put it that way. And the guy that was going to deal with the financing terms with me, he was an older gentleman, I would say probably late 50s. And just like, he was like a shorter man, shorter white male, like white hair, beard, glasses, doesn't have like a tough guy look to him. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like this looming enormous figure, just shorter, just, compact, but there was like a sturdiness to him, like super grounded, super centered, and just chill as fuck. He didn't like give me small talk bullshit. He wasn't sitting there going like, oh, so how was your day? Like what? None of that. We just sat there in silence. I'm like, this is pristine. I love this because like the most irritating thing about car salespeople is that they want to have small talk with you. They want to get in there and like kind of buddy up with you and become like friends. Like they want to develop some kind of rapport. And I'm like, this is pointless. This is like worse than like those fucking internet online dating shit that people do. It's like, no, I'm not interested. Like, I just want to see the car and like leave, But this guy like just gave me none of that. We just sat down and then he pushes the paper towards me. He's like, these are what you're going to be signing. These are the terms, very like straightforward. And then I did see him like kind of go like this, like leaning forward, be like, if you're interested, there's this additional insurance, blah, blah, blah. Always say no to that. You don't need additional insurance. If you got car insurance, that coverage, it's going to take care of you. You don't need all this other bullshit additive, okay? Also, the car I purchased is certified, certified meaning it has the dealer's warranty there, so you're protected for at least 7 years. Like, I'm good. I don't need any extra shit. And I just immediately said, I'm not interested, And he was like, okay, if you're not interested in this, then you're probably not interested in XYZ. I was like, that's right. He was like, okay, let's move on. And it was like beautiful. I'm like, this guy's the man. Like, he's got big dick energy. Like he's just calm, secure, stable, like just a breeze to work with. And then I look at his office like sign where his name is at, and this dude's name is, I am not kidding, his name is Randy Swingin. Randy Swingin. First name Randy. And I'm like, dog. Of course you're going to have big dick energy. This is your name. I mean, you're living up to your name, brother. I mean, you must have sold billions of cars like in your lifetime with this kind of energy, with this kind of name. Fuck yeah. I was into it. I was like, the best part of purchasing this vehicle was encountering Randy Swingin. That's right. So that's the point of my story there. Folks, today I'm going to be talking about the show Virtuous Business, and this show inspired me on multiple levels. But what I loved about this show right from the get-go, like it had my attention because there's this amazing scene in the pilot episode where there's a cameo guest appearance by our beloved actress Ramiran, who you all know as the Chita Ajumma in Reply 1988, and she's also done a slew of other amazing shows thereafter, right? The Puamdong Ajummas, what is it? It was called like what was it? It's like about like 3 women living in Puamdong in Seoul, and I think it was called like Puamdong Revenge Sisters or something like that. Like they basically take revenge on men. So like this show has a similar feel to that, okay? So Ramiran makes a cameo guest appearance on this show, and in the pilot episode, like she gives this iconic, amazing monologue talking about the origins of sex toys and how they came into South Korea and how this is now a major market that has high potential. So she's like giving a pitch to these other fellow moms who are there who want to get a side hustle in order to support themselves, right? And of course, for them, it's not a side hustle. Their husbands are lousy. They're not working. They're not pulling their weight. So these women have to go out and get a job in the year 1992 in this rural area, and they have to support themselves. So they're there listening to this pyramid scheme pitch, right? I mean, that's like every mom's side hustle. She's part of a pyramid scheme. I've seen I don't think my mom ever participated in that. She was more of a victim of pyramid schemes like that. Like she would come home with like this product. It's called Atomic, okay? Like Atomic is the product. They made shampoo, they made conditioner, they made other hair care products. They made a toothpaste that was pretty good. And I was just like, I think it was called Glisten. Glisten was the toothpaste. So every time like I would go to friends' houses, I would see these products. I'm like, oh, they're all part of that same fucking pyramid scheme, right? Like all the Korean ajumas in this area are part of the scheme. Like I want to know who's the one at the top. Like which bitch is at the top here. Like that's what I want to figure out. So it's the same idea. Like she's making this pitch to these young desperate mothers, and the pitch is lingerie, sex toys. There is a market potential here, right? Of course, when you see the end of the show, things are a little different. It's not quite what they made it out to be. But I really loved this monologue because Ramiran's character was historicizing the vibrator. And she says, like, back like this came from years ago when the British physician came up with this thing called a vibrator, and it was used to treat anxiety and hysteria. That's what it says in the Netflix subtitles. However, I did some research because I am an academic and I'm a research scholar, and turns out this device, which was created by British physician Joseph Mortimer Granville in the 1880s, it was not invented initially to treat female so-called hysteria. It was initially treated to deal with muscle pain and aches for male patients. That was the primary objective of these vibrators. And then that whole issue turns out, okay? So the American scholar Rachel Maines, she's the one who contended that Dr. Granville's vibrator was later used to treat hysteria among women by bringing them to orgasm. But then later, this argument was reconsidered by another scholar from the UK called Helen King, and then an American sex historian named Hallie Lieberman. They both said this this research or this argument by Rachel Maines lacks sufficient evidence, and therefore the belief that Granville is the inventor of the vibrator is actually a myth. So the monologue, although it attempts at historicizing the vibrator, it is actually fake. And that's a very interesting analogy or foreshadowing to how this business ends up by the end of the series, okay? At least from the standpoint of the cameo appearance by Ramiran's character in this show. So Ramiran's appearance is in the beginning of the show, and then she makes another appearance at the end of the show, and then there's this big reveal, like this whole thing was an illusion. Like they look behind Oz's curtain and everything kind of falls apart. So the premise of the monologue is based on myth, not fact. Dr. Granville is not the inventor of the vibrator. The monologue, as it continues, then says that sex toys started selling in the United States in the 1960s. So this is also tricky because, well, who's to say that there weren't sex toys prior to the 1960s? I guarantee you there were sex toys prior to the 1960s. Like whatever anybody decided to use in order to bring themselves to orgasm, that's probably a pre-1960s sex toy, okay? There were catalogs. There were these underground channels, non-commercial methods of selling and obtaining these erotic goods prior to the 1960s. But the reason why the 1960s is brought up in the monologue, I assume it has to do with the sex revolution of the 1960s. during the whole like hippie movement, the flower power era. Okay, so that's when people were like dancing naked and having sex in the rain and in the mud, right? Like we've seen, you know, images of this, right? Taking LSD, like free love, that kind of thing. So the 1960s, I wouldn't say is when the US started to sell sex toys. It's more when it became a little bit more prominent and a little more commercialized. And then the beginning of the mainstreaming of sex toys began in the 1960s. The monologue then continues on to say that by 1977, San Francisco opened up the very first sex shop in 1977 out in California. It was called Good Vibrations. But this is also incorrect. According to my research, the very first sex shop that opened up in the United States was in 1974, and it was not in California, but it was in New York. It was called Eve's Garden, and it was a feminist sex shop. So that is also an inaccurate display of historicizing sex toys by this K-drama. So what is my point? Do not rely on K-drama history. Like, these are not facts, okay? Anything that is, you know, declared as a fact on television, just go back and like do a little research, all right? Because you'll do a little digging around and you'll eventually find out like it was not true, all right? The monologue then takes a little weird turn and it becomes a subjective experience according to this character. And it's a fictionalized character. It's a fictionalized show. Ramiran's character claims that by the 1980s, American military men who were occupying Korea at these military bases, one of them, a soldier named James, showed her this room full of lingeries and sex toys and said, like, you can make big money selling this stuff. Now, that's where reality gets a little wonky, right? It's like, how in the hell am I supposed to buy into that? Like, you're telling me an American army man, an American soldier, a white dude, brought lingeries and dildos and vibrators overseas from the US and then gave it to a local ajumma? Like, please, like, give me a break, right? So we're really suspending our imagination here. In the meantime, let's go over some facts. South Korea did or does have a customs regulation designed specifically to maintain quote unquote moral standards or quote unquote ethical standards. Okay. And these standards have been impacting Korea's sex toy economy, like even now in the 2020s. All right. So there's this import ban, or there was an import ban. I don't know like how it resolved itself. There's a good chance that this is no longer the case, or it's still kind of like in legal limbo at the moment. But there was an import ban on a mannequin sex doll called Real Dolls. And there's this article in the Customs Act called Article 234, and it's a legal code that prohibits the import of quote unquote goods that disturb public morality, end quote. All right. So who is the one deciding that public morality is in disturbance or not due to toys that bring people pleasure, especially female pleasure? Well, in this case, it's hard to say this is female pleasure because we're talking about like mannequin sex dolls. That's typically catered to like hetero cis men. So who knows, right? But anyway, like customs regulations like this, they were designed earlier in Korean history in order to target people who were selling goods for erotic pleasure or, you know, like female sexual empowerment. Like that was there was definitely a crackdown on that. So there's documented evidence of Korean sex toys being sold dating back to the 1990s, like in this show. But by 96, a lot of them were shut down by the government or cracked down by local officials and considered illegal, right? What I love about this show, Virtuous Business, is that it not only deals with women's sexuality and reclamation of pleasure, but it also deals with female sexual repression and then women questioning why and where that repression is stemming from. The theme of stigma is very prominent on Virtuous Business. Like the whole show, if you just look at it through the lens of stigma, then you're gonna be getting a lot out of the episodes. It asks questions like, how does a town turn on a woman when she faces infidelity, right? Like, do they come down on her or do they come down on the man? And turns out, no, they do come down on the women. How do people treat women who are divorced? How do people treat women who are a single mother? Right? All of these women tend to be stigmatized. How do people handle seeking or finding love after divorce? This is something that deals with the subjectivity of the characters. And it's like they kind of have to sort through that. Like, am I allowed to, reclaim pleasure and a love life and a sex life after divorce, like after a marriage falls apart? Is that okay? It also deals with men who hold a criminal record and they are ostracized by society. They can't get a job because of their criminal record. So they're definitely on the margins and they can't pull their weight as a breadwinner in the family. So that's also very prominent as a theme. It also deals with like working women and the stigmatization of that, like working women selling products that bring other women pleasure or empowerment, sexual empowerment. It deals with this in a really interesting way. Also deals with women who get pregnant out of wedlock, women who give up their children for adoption, right? The silence that they have to live with, the secret that they have to harbor. It deals with abortion issues, right? Like there's a character who is pregnant with her fourth child, but she and her husband can barely afford to live with the current three children, and she wants to go and get rid of the baby, and like what she has to go through with that, right? Because abortion was like, I mean, it's now legal in South Korea. It was only legalized like in the last 7 or 8 years, by the way, but it was kind of like this open secret. Like people are getting abortions, but it's still technically not legal by law, right? But that is also a stigma. Okay, like people feeling a sense of shame around abortion because it's technically illegal. I mean, that's also another stigma. So, this theme of stigma is something that this show deals with and unpacks very, very effectively. I love the performers on this show. We have the terrific actress Kim So-yeon playing the lead role. And honestly, like it's very uncommon for me to see Kim So-yeon playing like a virtuous woman on a TV show. Like it's really rare. Like she usually plays like an evil type of character. Like she played like Chun Seo-jin in Penthouse, right? Like she played like that psycho, antagonist on that show, and she plays it really well. Like her features are very sharp and like pointy, and she has these big eyes that just like can glare and like send a lot of energy, and it's just like she's sort of made to play a villain, but she's playing a very like different kind of role on this show. Actress Lee Se-hee, who I haven't really seen prior to this show, but she's amazing. Like she just plays like this free-spirited woman, like business owner, and she's just like awesome. So I really adored her performance. In the coming weeks, I'll be uploading a lot more episodes with some amazing guests. I'm excited to be discussing shows like Mellow Movie, Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, You and Everything Else. So yeah, like let's look forward to that. And I promise they will be uploaded because my guests have been very patient with me and the conversations have been very, very rich. So I'm really looking forward to that. My guest today is Breanne Whilhite, and she is a local comedian out here in Madison, Wisconsin. She was the runner-up for Madison's Funniest Comic, which is a competition that is held annually here in Madison at Comedy on State, which is a local comedy club. Breanne has opened for me when I was headlining a couple months ago locally at a town in Wisconsin, and she's very, very funny, very unique perspective, and just like all around a good time, a good hang. So let's talk to my guest, Breanne Whilhite.
Aw, being queer is fun and cool.
Yeah, my friends Bree and Sarah, they were throwing an event, like a fundraising event in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And it was like to raise money for this like trans organization that offers services for people in need of it.
Yeah.
Like, so they were gonna buy a van, like an emergency van, in case anybody needs like food or water or a babysitter or got beaten up and they need first aid or whatever. So yeah, and they were handing out those posters, so I took that one. Yeah.
Love that.
All right, so this is your mic. You could like play around with it, get however comfortable.
Angle it.
Yeah.
I get loud, so.
Good. It's okay. It's good to be loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. More women have to be loud.
You've heard me on the microphone before.
I have. You can be louder.
Oh, I can.
In my opinion, yeah. I think you can actually
fully cackle directly into the microphone.
Directly and like cup it.
Oh, right. Just like this. Yeah. I thought I was on a woman's podcast, but she's having me doing phallic motions with the microphone.
And move it like this. And gag. And slurp.
Yep.
All at once.
It's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to do it. All right, so we have Breanne here, and I need you to tell this story again. So you know my partner's sister in Monroe.
Yeah. So Miss Person.
Yeah.
Are we saying names? I don't know.
Whatever. I don't care.
Miss Genrich. I think I had her. She came around for like half of my senior year. I think she was filling in for a teacher that like retired mid-year or maternity leave. I don't know, but she was teaching the elementary school, and then she would come over to the high school. And I think I got to hang out with her at like Art After Dark or something. Like we did ceramics and stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's super cool.
Yeah.
I don't think she liked me because I had senioritis and I was fully just slacking off.
Well, good for you. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you were doing the thing to do as a senior.
Right. Of course.
If you were working hard as a senior, you're a piece of shit.
No, like, get a life.
Like, seriously.
I say that, and like I didn't do senior skip day. I was totally a goody two shoes.
Oh my
but
God.
I definitely I felt it. I felt the urge to slack off, but I knew my parents would beat me when I got home.
You didn't have the courage to actually follow through.
Yeah, I was like, I can't disappoint my parents every day.
Your resistance was inside.
Yeah.
But not outside.
Yeah. Yeah. I never like went to a party or anything.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You didn't drink in high school?
I think I drank the day before graduation.
Okay. That's something.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. Really bad. Because why be hungover on your graduation day?
Right. Okay, you were hungover. Okay.
Yeah, like Fleischmann's vodka is all we could get our hands on.
Disgusting.
So, yeah, it was bad.
I don't even know what that is, and it's making me want to barf.
No mixer most of the time. Like, like we started with mixer.
Y'all just started raw dogging it after. It's like ripping off the condom, being like, you know what? Fuck this shit.
You know what? It popped and we're gonna keep going.
All right. So senioritis. You had Miss Genrich as your teacher. You know why she knows ceramics?
Why?
Her mother is also an art teacher.
Oh.
Her father is also.
She's a Nepo baby.
Yeah. She is. Her father is a woodwork instructor, but a teacher.
Right, but creative.
Both of them are artists. Very talented people.
Yeah.
And that's why Julia is really a great ceramics teacher.
I was just talking about like normal Nepo babies with my cousin. She was like, oh, I wish I was a Nepo baby. I'm like, you are a Nepo baby for being a CNA.
Oh, like she didn't realize.
Yeah, I'm like, you just know your privilege.
Yeah,
you know. Sometimes you just have to take the wins when you get them.
Yeah. Well, what did your parents do?
My dad was he worked at a brewery. He like worked his way up. He drove a truck. He did the beer, whatever.
Beer man. What beer company?
Minhas in Monroe.
Wow.
Yeah. He was like fully. I don't know if he he was like leading something at one point.
He was a head honcho there.
Yeah. And then my mom is the child support administrator for our county.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
my Maury costume from Halloween, she actually wore it 2 years before me.
Oh my God.
And she was Maury at the child support office.
That's beautiful.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
You know, Maury is a true staple in our American culture.
Yeah.
Staying home from school.
Right.
Being, quote, sick.
Mm-hmm.
All we do is watch Maury.
Yeah, and it really shaped my mind. You know what, Maury, on the scale of those, like, that genre of talk show, Maury is the best.
He kind of is.
Yeah.
Who else? There was Maury.
Steve Wilkos.
I don't know Steve Wilkos.
Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer for sure.
Yeah, but those were like, Jerry Springer was like full WWE mode.
Yeah.
And then Steve Wilkos was like, he was a former cop.
Oh.
So it was kind of still like he would get in there occasionally. And his was more on like, he was like a Dr. Phil-esque.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had kind of like an intention to repair and make things a little better.
Yeah,
whereas
like,
Jerry Springer was like, I want chaos and scandal.
Right. Yeah. Jerry Springer was like, I'm going to bring on the craziest people ever and
shit.
let them fight.
Yeah.
And Steve Wilkos was like white Dr. Phil.
Isn't Dr. Phil white?
I don't know.
Dr. Phil is...
No, is he?
Dr. Phil's just bald and fat and mustached. Isn't he white?
I don't think so.
Wait.
Maybe he's half.
He's half?
I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta look this shit up.
He's like tan.
Dr. Phil is very white as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, no, I don't think he is.
You don't think so?
He's got like he grew up in like a black church setting. Like he's got that demeanor about him.
He grew up in Oklahoma.
Okay, so maybe.
Oklahoma is a very white place in my brain.
Yeah, but it's the South.
He did go to Wichita Falls Midwestern State University in Texas.
Okay.
Maybe that's where he acquired that thick Southern accent. I'm pretty sure he's white. I have never heard anybody say Dr. Phil might not be white.
Listen, when I see black excellence, I know what I'm looking at. I don't know. I'm like, how do I get out of this?
This is a great bit.
Yeah.
Breanne thinks Dr. Phil's not white. I love that.
Dr. Phil, what? If you're white, send us a DM.
DM us right now at K-Drama School if you're not white.
Yeah.
But if you are white, forget it. It's okay.
What? Yeah.
I'm just look at him. Look how white he looks.
He does. But like I feel like Dr. Phil, I don't know.
This is interesting. So you have an internal world and external world that are very different.
Yeah, maybe in my brain I like fully put him in.
In your mind.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil is a black man.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like in your mind you were such a rebel when you were in high school, but externally you were goody two shoes.
Yeah.
Not wishing to disappoint your hardworking parents,
right? Who
were essential to Monroe.
I had a thing for I really wanted to be on Dr. Phil.
Yeah, because I mean we've had this conversation before at Ian's Pizza and how you have a thing, or black men have a thing for you. So the fact that you in your mind think of Dr. Phil as black tells me that you want to have sex with Dr. Phil.
And is that so fucking wrong?
It is not. It is. It's actually. You know what? You go. I want you to.
Maybe I need to unpack that in therapy
with Dr. Phil. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
And hopefully it takes a wrong turn and becomes inappropriate and fulfills your sexual fantasy.
Yeah, I do think I have a problem with therapist figures. Like, actually, my actual therapist, I stopped seeing him when he got married because I was offended personally.
Okay, all right. This is why, you know what? This is something I can really relate to because I have the same problem. Or I sensed that I had the same problem when I was very young. Mm-hmm. So I was like an adolescent, right? Mm-hmm. I was going to the same pediatrician since I was a little girl, but then by the time I reached like 12, you know, that beginning of adolescent, pubescent, whatever, I started to feel attracted to him a little bit. I was like, oh, he's like a caring man,
which we don't come across very often.
Yeah, he's gentle, he takes care of me, he cares about my body and my well-being. I think I love him.
when you cry, he says, it's okay.
It's okay.
Let it out.
They're there.
Yeah.
So, given this this issue, I noticed that this was an issue. I was like, very deliberately, I was like, I'm always going to choose a female doctor. Yeah. And that's been my MO since I was like late teens. I've always chosen female doctors.
Yeah, I should probably go back to that. I literally haven't been to a therapist. Well, they gave me a new one, but she was like not even a full like therapist yet. Like she was training or something.
Like social worker.
Yeah,
like LCWS or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but she was not. She enabled me to like everything I said. She was like, "Oh yeah, you're doing great."
She encouraged it.
Yeah, and I was like,
I need somebody to push back.
Yeah, you need to push back on me because I will take advantage.
Yeah.
Like that's just.
I have permission.
Yeah.
To act like a fucking crazy person.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, this is a good coping. Like it's okay to have a bad coping mechanism for a little bit, and I'm just a little bit could be 6 months.
Name that one coping mechanism.
I think it was like I think I said like. I'm losing weight.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed to vape as much as I want to.
Okay, yeah.
And use other recreational things as much as I want to.
Yeah.
So long as I'm staying up on this one goal that I want to achieve.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, that makes sense. And I was like, see, this doesn't help with the money problem. It doesn't help.
In a way, she's a genius therapist.
No. I mean, we have the same mindset.
No. Hear me out. She's a genius therapist because when she says, go ahead and do the thing that you already know is bad,
right?
A red flag automatically goes up inside of you.
She's doing reverse psychology.
She's like tapping you into the right place by letting you be free.
See, I just like when someone's straight up with me.
You want them to remove their belt.
Yep.
Whip you into shape.
Sounds like a good time.
Tie you up and call you names and belittle and berate you until you actually do the thing that you hate to do that you know is right.
Yeah, my favorite therapist, she was like that. She was like had to be like 56-year-old woman. She ended up retiring, so that's how I lost her. But she would be like, okay, so really just like think about what you're doing right now. She'd be like, I'm not going to say that you're a bad person. I don't think you're a bad person. I think that you make poor decisions often.
Oh, wow.
And so she like would fully, like I would cry every time because she had like that stern maternal thing. And I need that, I think.
You need a disciplinarian.
Yeah.
You don't need like a hippie
But not a man.
buddy.
Like if a man did that to me, all bets are off. If a woman is mean to me, I'm like, hold on.
All bets are off, meaning you're not going to listen or you're sexually attracted to that.
Both. We're going to have a very real problem in many ways.
Okay. So all of this explains why you're a comedian.
Yep.
And you're actually one of the better comedians here locally, in my opinion. And congratulations, because you were the runner-up for Madison's Funniest Comedian. And I remember when you were like moving up in the ranks of this, I wasn't really going to the club at all. Like I don't do comedy competitions. Like it's not something I'm into at all. But it was kind of like in the atmosphere or on social media. And then I remember you posting something like, oh, like this feels like surreal, or I don't even understand what's happening. Like this doesn't make sense. Yeah. And I was like, no, this makes perfect sense. She's a very good comedian. I
will always be the biggest hater of my comedy.
Oh yeah, that's why you're a comedian.
Yeah. And it's like it's a real thing. Yeah. Like every time I get an opportunity that's like bigger than open mic, I'm like, are you sure?
Are you sure? This is not a mistake?
Yeah. And
this is a mistake.
And so part of me, that's why I like really love this weight loss journey I'm on, because some people say that I'm just funny because I'm fat. Opinions, right? I also internally have a little egg that says that also. Yeah. And so I would love next year to come back, be runner-up the year before, and then be like 100 pounds lighter next year.
And be this hot broad who is killing it.
I hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be incredibly embarrassing.
Or you could do the opposite. You could put on another extra 100 pounds.
Right. Yeah.
And come back bigger.
How far can I take it?
Yeah.
You know? They're canceling 1,000-pound sisters, so there's room. There's a slot.
It's open. Yeah.
When the doors open, you go for them. Okay.
All right. No, so I was like very happy to see that because, you know, I mean, you're like one of the few female comedians in the scene. You're also, you know, I mean, Sasha won, but, you know, she's been doing it for a lot longer. You know, you're much younger, right? So I was just like, oh, like, I'm so happy to see somebody who's like, you know, getting recognition for doing comedy, and she's like good at it, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was very happy to see that. And on my end, no surprise whatsoever. I was just like, this makes...
Yeah, that's the consensus, which is, it's been a weird thing to navigate because I have to now, because most people are saying that, I'm like, oh, I do have to like accept that, and then I have to not let that get to my ego. Not that I really have an ego, but like I don't ever want to feel like I'm you know,
I understand.
So it's been weird. I have high expectations for myself now, and yeah, it's just weird to navigate.
Here's the conflict coming in again, the internal external conflict thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing, comedians, because so many comics, first of all, like, why do we do this? It's like to get love and attention from strangers because we've been deprived of it from those who were supposed to give it to us. And it's a sickness. All of us do stand-up because we're mentally ill. And when we stop doing stand-up, that's when you know you're cured. So
that's why when people get into relationships, they just disappear.
Yeah, that's
like
why
loving healthy relationships.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I have this person who adores me and looks at me in the eye and laughs at me.
Yeah.
I don't really feel a need to like be at the club, like being desperate for
to drink at an open mic.
Drink at the open. Not only that, not only try to get validation from audience members, but also other comics.
Yeah.
The booker, the theater people, like the whole thing. And so anyway, it's like until you reach that, like, we're gonna keep doing this. I feel like I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, you're a great comedian. That's all I really wanted to say. Let's move on to something else. Okay. Monroe, that's quite a hike.
Yeah.
To Madison. And when are you going to move here or to Milwaukee?
That is quite the question. I'm currently unemployed, so it depends where I get a job and when I get a job.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happens, I'm like fully. I'm on
ready.
The U-Haul truck. It's packed.
Yeah, you already made a reservation for the U-Haul truck.
Literally, my spare room, everything that's not essential is already boxed up. I don't even have plans to move
This
yet.
is great for manifestation stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you got to live it.
And like, I've lived in that apartment for 3 years.
Jesus.
And I have never put anything on the walls because I've always known that I was going to leave.
That's
And
crazy.
then I just haven't gotten there.
You know what I recommend? Maybe this might work. Try putting stuff up on the walls. I feel like the moment you like put a nail through the wall, that's when you're going to get a job, and that's when you're going to start. So you got to like start acting a little different.
I'm going to try that out, and if that works,
I'm pretty sure that's going to work.
You need to write a book or something. Yeah.
It's okay. This technique has already been written about in many books.
Oh, it has.
Like The Secret, like Ask and You Shall Receive.
Right. I've been doing the I don't chase, I attract thing.
All that stuff. The law of attraction. It's an actual thing. I mean, they've already written books about it. It's now all over TikTok and Instagram. I don't need to write another book about it.
It's oversaturated.
It is.
You already wrote a book.
In my mind, it's already written and it's already published and it's already reaching people by the millions every day. All right. Well, good. So the drive is like 2 hours, isn't it?
It's an hour to here.
An hour is not too bad, but it's still an hour.
And I was just talking to Sasha actually about this the other day. I was like, I've never had a commute to work that wasn't 30 minutes or more.
Oh, wow.
Like, for an extended period of my life. So like driving 30 to 45 minutes is so normal. Like that's a regular drive for me. And now like an hour drive is regular for me. And I go to Milwaukee so much. And I've been going to Chicago now. It's like, if I just lock in, I've been listening to Love Island while I drive. And and there's something about like, I call people when I drive, then it goes super fast. I listen to Love Island. I do podcasts, but sometimes I get bored. And I'm always doing things at least mentally while I'm driving.
So you know how to traverse and be productive and navigate your imagination in a way to make your drive interesting.
Yeah. Really the only downsides are, one, my ass is shaped like a car seat. And two, I get tired sometimes because I am a human.
Yeah.
So, besides that, I mean, I've taken a nap in a Quick Trip parking lot.
Oh, wow.
But that's all part of the adventure.
It is. That's part of being a Wisconsinite, I feel like. You have to nap at the Quick Trip at least once.
Listen, just rally. I know probably every Quick Trip employee on the highway to Madison and to Milwaukee. I've met all of them probably that work the 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. shift.
You should get a job at Quick Trip, it sounds like.
I actually just applied there.
Oh, okay.
It's not ideal, but I would do it.
It's not ideal, but look, a job is a job.
And I would be I'm good at everything that I try to
so
do,
too.
Especially if I'm getting paid for it. I'm like, I have a weird internal thing that's like, if you're getting paid for it, you really, you better do it.
This is that responsible Monroe in you.
Yeah.
Your father was very disciplined. He knew how to move his way up in the world. Your mother was a community centerpiece, taking care of children.
That's true.
It's like, so you have these essential workers in your family as your role
My dad
models.
was a farmer first.
God damn it.
I know, so we got it in the blood.
You can't beat that.
These shoulders didn't come from nowhere.
My parents were also born as farmers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Both my grandparents on both sides, farmers. They had cows, chickens. They had crops. Yeah. Big family, a lot of siblings. They all worked on farms.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. I mean, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now it's like...
Now it's like a luxury to be a farmer.
Yeah. And also, if farmers... if you have too many kids, then it's like... Can't.
How?
Yeah. How are you
even a person?
Yeah. You don't really when there was only 4 channels on TV, that was great, but now there's a world of media, and so you're gonna miss out socially if you don't have time because you're on your farm or you're taking care of your children.
Right. You're outside of the loop completely.
Not that they want to be in the loop.
Yeah. You know what? That actually sounds nice.
Yeah.
At this point, I feel inundated by media.
Yeah.
I'm also a media maker.
Right.
And it's annoying.
It is. That's when I was in film, the pretentious people who are like, I watched 8 films this weekend. I'm like, when you speak, it's nails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah. Shut up.
It's just really, because I've not seen a lot of movies, and so I just liked making movies. That was my whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to become an American cinema expert.
Right. No cinephile kind of longing.
No, I love a movie, but you don't need to see all of them.
What's the last movie you've seen that you really loved?
Oh gosh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
The last movie I saw in theaters was The Materialist, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's a shocking one that you chose that one. Why did you choose that one?
Well, it's 3 incredibly hot people. That's like a bisexual wet dream. It's in the same realm of Challengers, but for millennials is what I call it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Adrian Brody Brutalist film? No, that's the Brutalist.
No, this is Pedro Pascal,
Pedro Pascal.
Evans, I think.
Interesting.
No, I don't know. Some blonde white man and Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not really a huge fan of her.
I'm not either.
Yeah, but Pedro Pascal, man.
Everybody loves this guy. He's like the other Keanu Reeves.
I've never been my friends used to hate me because they'd be fawning over Keanu Reeves, and I'm like, I don't get it.
I didn't get it either until I started watching videos of him, and I was like, oh, he's like a very lovable person.
Yeah.
Got a lot of heart.
Yeah, and Pedro Pascal is there's something about a 40-year-old man who knows that he's hot. I think that's also, it goes back to
so it's not only about authoritative men in the medical field who is their profession to take care of you, but also they're a little older and confident.
Right.
That's what turns you on.
Yeah. That's in a nutshell.
Are you seeing anybody right now?
That's an interesting question.
You don't have to answer it.
Let me think
Go through your Rolodex.
I'm playing the field currently. I'm exploring my options. I have like one on the back burner. I have one that I'm like dating, but we'll see. And then I have a situationship that keeps coming back, and all my friends hate me. Yeah, because I still talk to him.
Well,
but we have an internal. We have a pole. There's a string. And we need to cut the string, but I can't, there's no scissors, so we have to figure out how to.
This is the law of attraction at work right now. Like attracts like. What do you think it is about this person that is so similar to you that makes you keep
we just up? I have never met anyone where we can talk for like 4 hours and it like, there's no gaps, there's no, it doesn't feel like a long time.
That's special.
And we vibe with each other, but then we're like, he has a problem and I have a problem, and those things go like this. And so we just he has to communicate. I've been really good at communicating. I'll give myself that. And I need to not retaliate when he doesn't communicate, and then he doesn't feel bad because he didn't communicate.
Gotcha. Yeah. I understand. That does sound like a classic situationship. It's usually around communication. Yeah. And one person feeling salty about the other not.
Yeah, and originally we were supposed to like I call it a situationship because we've been talking since January. Wow. And still haven't gotten anywhere. Yeah.
Sorry, ignore that. It's my partner.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, he's got work to do. Yeah. And he knows that. And he's coming along. And so I think like I'm not being pushy about it. I'm just like, I'm putting the thought on the table, and then he's slowly like 2 months later picking it up. And so I'm like, maybe I can fix you, but that's the whole thing.
Yeah. The other thing, besides like realizing, oh, I don't need to be a comedian in order to feel loved, is or I don't need therapy anymore. Like that thing, like, oh, how do I know I'm cured? Is when the individual realizes that there's nothing wrong with them. That is the moment that they no longer need therapy. Right. Yeah. But yeah, until then, it's like, enjoy your problems.
Yeah, and that's what I've told my friends. I'm like, listen, at this point, he's blocked me like 10 times. I've blocked him like 10 times. We both know that this is an issue.
This sounds thrilling.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so thrilling. And like, I know what I'm signing up for at this point. I know I have no feelings associated anymore. Yeah. I do, but I don't. When he blocks me now, I'm like, okay, he'll be back next Friday at 9 p.m. Because that always happens.
We already know.
And you know what? It's not like I'm doing anything else. I'm dating on the side because, if you don't want to lock me down, then that's cool. Yeah. And until I find somebody that I'm like in love with, then why not?
Keep hanging out. Yeah. Enjoy life.
I like a man who gives me a lot of attention. Oh, yeah. You got to have like your reply guy. You got to have your side piece. You got to have, there's lots of roles to be filled that like a future, like a long-term partner, they would fill all of those things. But like, if you can't get a man to do it all, then just get a few that can do a portion.
I love that. Like, what about somebody who gives you too much attention? Have you ever felt overwhelmed?
Yeah. I have this weird thing right now where like, there is one person that really likes me a lot. Yeah. And I don't know how to, like, that's almost like...
Is it like stalker-ish, or is it like...
It's so normal, so nice, so kind, but I'm like, you like me so much, and we haven't really been communicating that long. And I'm like, that's great. That's so cool. There's something... I need, like, an ounce of thrill, right? Yeah, yeah. And when you are so perfect and loving, my brain is like...
It's like shutting down.
Yeah, which is running probably away. Why...
Yeah.
Again, this all goes back to
the whole like male doctors and all of that stuff.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out eventually. Maybe I just fully need to go to women. Like, that just needs to happen.
Women are just as psychotic.
They are.
I mean, they're just as fucked up.
I was talking to one woman and like she was texting me nonstop throughout the day.
That sounds annoying.
It's so, I mean, at first it was like cool, we were getting to know each other, but at some point, like, she was like, driving to my meeting.
Who cares?
Just got to my meeting.
Shove it up your ass.
I know. I'm like, I know.
Don't take me to your meeting too.
And then I didn't respond the one time. She was like, oh, just walking into my meeting. And then she never texted me ever again. Like, I responded like 2 days later or something because I was busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was so mad that I didn't respond
to a like, lame ass text like that.
What do I even congratulations, like.
Jesus. I know. What are you supposed to, like, thumbs up it, heart it?
And if you thumbs up it, then that's like,
that's mean. Yeah, she would take offense to that,
right? You
have to heart it.
Yeah, the woman thing is hard because I one, you don't know if you're like just friends or if you're like more than friends. That's
always
harder.
Ambiguous.
It's so hard. And then two, it's like, I feel like all bisexual women are like secretly straight in some way. Not all of them, but like either you're on your way to becoming a lesbian. That's problematic to say, but like I'm doing bisexual erasure as a bisexual. But I think you like lean one way or the other, and so I think it's harder to be in a relationship, like a full relationship with a woman, because we're all kind of moving in our own directions. I think there's I've said this kind of before on a podcast, but like there's a lot of fat phobia in like the gay community. Like,
really,
count the number of lesbians you've seen where both of them or one of them is fat and the other one isn't. It's
usually one's like very butch and
one's
tough,
butch
and then the other is like super gorgeous and femme and hot,
or they're both femme but they're like both gorgeous and like, you know,
I haven't seen that as much, I guess.
Yeah, so I just haven't found my space in that realm, but maybe one day. I think maybe that's also.
That's interesting because, okay, like on the one hand, this fat phobia thing I feel like among gay men it's true. Like gay men are very like, it's like you're either a bear or you have to be like super fit.
There's categories.
But then I felt like with women it was a little more open, but I guess you're right. Like everybody kind of lives with this social pressure to like conform to a certain
obviously
standard.
You want somebody that's hot. Like that's a thing that occurs. But I don't know. I think there are hot people who are larger that get overlooked in the gay community.
Well, in any community. I mean, like, this is actually a thing. It's like an academic thought or whatever about fat bodies being queer because they are outside of the standard norm of what is quote unquote acceptable socially. And so,
and I'm like, we're queer, babe. I'm like, we're already accepting so many things, so can we just expand that?
Like, all right, so it comes down to self-love,
right,
and acceptance,
Slay. And
crediting yourself as a funny, heavy, sexy person.
Right. That's my genre of comedy, and I've never thought about this until recently. I was like, I've been told so many times by men that like nobody wants to have sex with me because I'm fat, right? That I grew up my entire life thinking that, and then I hit adulthood, and the men that like me on Tinder, gorgeous men, jacked. And women too, beautiful women.
Big titties, big peen.
Listen, your friend might never date me in public, but your friend has DM'd me crazy shit on Tinder.
And he's railed me in your backyard.
No, for real. I'm like, check on your friends. You think that they're not into the big old baddies. but get in their bedroom at night and see who's coming out the front door in the morning. I'm just saying.
What was that show? There was a show about this. I think she used to be on SNL. She was like a big girl. And then like she's in Portland, Oregon. She's a big girl and like all these men who have sex with her like want to keep it a secret. Have you heard Shrill? The show's called Shrill on Hulu.
God, that's a throwback.
Yeah. Have you heard of this?
I have heard of it. I don't think I ever watched it, but...
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And it explored precisely this topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, about like how, you know, fat women, like, even though they are having sex and like enjoying pleasure, the partner is just like, oh, you know, can I go through the back door, or like, can I leave secretly?
Like, let's not hold hands in public.
Yeah, I don't want people to know that we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that my comedy, like, I like to go on stage. I have like a very sweet face, is what other people say. No, I didn't say that myself.
Yeah.
And so it's always been like the shock factor of like, I come out, people form an opinion in their mind of what I'm going to say. And then I talk about sex and all of these crazy stories, and like some people don't believe it, but like, believe it, babe. It's all true. It's true.
I wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you think I can make up that holy macaroni story? No, that's real, babe. Like,
also, truth is funny.
Yeah.
And that's why you're delivering it.
And that's why, and this is also a poor coping mechanism. When I am feeling like I have writer's block in comedy, I just go out and I try to experience things. And most of the time that occurs wine drunk on Tinder. And I'm like, if you sound like you're gonna have a good backstory, like I have a new United States postal worker joke, because I learned that a man was a United States postal worker, and I said, let's hang out.
Yeah.
Was
you
I
want
like
to go postal on your pussy?
Right, exactly.
They are freaks. They are crazy.
They are crazy, and the cabs are something else. But yeah, I got to write this entire joke of, like, the whole United States postal worker, like the manifesto or the oath, whatever it's called, is through and through a sexual innuendo. And so I wrote an entire joke that includes the entire oath of a United States postal worker, and it's a sex joke.
That's very original.
Yeah, I'm trying to get sponsored by stamps or something.
By USPS.
Yeah. Hallmark.
They got competition, you know? Like, they got FedEx, they got UPS, they got DHL. DHL sucks, but... Yeah, I mean, you know, USPS, sponsor Breanne. I mean, like, you know, second funniest comedian of Madison.
Yeah. I'll wear a sun helmet. I will. I'll put one of them on.
Yeah, like, when it comes to doing a comedy competition, though, like, what was your incentive? Like, why did you want to do this?
Well, one, I was unemployed, so I had some time on my hands.
Okay, that's a very good reason.
Two, the year before, I didn't advance at all in that competition. So, and I went out the year before, I got so nervous that I went out and I had a completely different voice than I've ever had doing comedy ever. And like totally choked it. And so my goal was just to make top 25. Like that was it. I just wanted to like go out there, do my normal thing, make top 25, then I'm good. If I get out after that, cool, whatever. And then it just kept going. And like literally I made my mom come to top 25 because I'm like, this is your one shot. And then I kept advancing. She's like, I can't go to Madison every week. But yeah, it was at some point, there was just a lot of people rooting for me. Like random people stopped. There was a woman that came up to me after a show, like not even the actual whatever. And she was like, my daughter's in college and she loves you and I just have to take a picture with you and so that she knows that I met you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
You're
like,
already famous. I know that you knew Julia, like the art teacher, you know?
Yeah. Locally
You're
I am
the new Kevin Bacon.
Incorporated.
Yeah.
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 It's just a really interesting. So then I was like, I have to serve my people. You know, there are people rooting for me and I have to do my best.
You are Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You you're doing it for the fans. And that will eventually lead to all the things that we talked about, like self-love, self-acceptance. And
I love every person that came up to me, so shy. But like they're like kind of gay, really cool, but shy. That's my demo.
Yeah.
Like I love, because I'm like also that.
Yes.
And so I just like to talk to them. And it's so funny when people come up to me. I'm so bad at talking to people like face to face. So like on stage I have a persona.
Right.
And then off stage, like if you ask me anything about myself, your
face will explode.
Yeah, literally. And so a lot of times I have conversations with people and like eventually they're like, oh, maybe she's autistic. Like maybe there's something just, you know, socially just, you know, she's not all there, and that's okay.
I feel like, I know this is how I feel sometimes. It takes a lot of energy to talk to people, right? Like this requires energy and focus, you know, it takes a lot of energy, and if it doesn't do anything for me, then I'm not going to commit. Like that seems mean, but that just seems normal. Like look at an animal, like look at cheetahs, right? They're fast, right? They can bolt and catch things, but they don't catch a lot. I hear they lose like 90% of the stuff they go after, and it takes so much energy to like go from 0 to 70 like that.
Yeah, you have to weigh your risk versus
so
reward.
All day they're lounging around looking all sexy, but they're not trying to look sexy. They're resting.
Right.
They're recharging.
Yeah.
And that is the bulk of my life. I'm recharging after every conversation I ever have.
Yeah.
But the conversations that I do have, all of my energy and commitment go into it.
Yeah. I honestly, I'm scared for the day that I don't have my hour-long car ride, because that is
your recharge.
It's my nonverbal. I sing songs. I look at the street signs. Nobody talks to me, or sometimes I call people on the phone, but that's my choice.
But do you commune with inner Breanne?
I do. It's sometimes we have to block out the thoughts.
And that's she's
okay.
Dark.
It depends on how the show went.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends on how we were socially. It depends on if we said something that was wrong or could be interpreted as wrong. If we think that we're a good person or a bad person.
So you really did grow up in Monroe like your whole life.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Through and through, yeah.
So very much a Scotty person.
I knew always that I wanted to get out of Wisconsin. The fact that I'm living in Wisconsin right now is kind of crazy.
It's shocking.
But it was so meant to be. Like, I moved to LA right out of
that's right.
high school.
You went to film school, right?
Yeah.
Or you wanted to go to film school.
Yeah, and then COVID happened, and so I found my place back here, which is fine. And then, like, I kind of had to... I never explored Wisconsin. I was like, I don't want to do it. I never toured a school here. I was like, I hated it so much. And maybe it was like a small town thing that whatever. And then I started exploring it actually. And I was like, okay, wait. And then I found comedy and I was like, yeah. And now it's like, you're going to have to convince me really, really hard to leave a Wisconsin scene. Like, even to go to Chicago right now, I'm like, there's something really valuable about a smaller scene. And especially, like, I love Milwaukee. I love Madison, but I love Milwaukee.
Me too. Yeah.
But yeah, when I was gonna say this earlier, it takes me like time to warm up to places and things. Like, I've been doing a lot of shows in Chicago, and it's going to take me like 3 times at each venue in order to feel comfortable enough to be a normal person. And so I think that probably half of Chicago thinks that I'm a very strange girl. But like, give me a minute. Yeah. I'm like cool like when I know you.
You need 2 more times.
Yeah. And like, that's like, this conversation would not be going as well if we haven't conversed
ever before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think that's normal. I mean, I think it's also like a fear, anxiety thing. Like, creative people are very sensitive. You know, artists are very sensitive, and like, we need a little coaxing, you know.
I also think that I'm like kind of all comedians are like a little bit of an observer.
Yeah.
And so I like to observe you from afar.
Make sure you're safe.
One day I'll walk in and we'll be totally cool.
Yeah, like, I'll know what to do.
Yeah.
I've scoped it out. I'll know where I sit.
Yeah.
I'll know what to say.
You have a full FBI profile on you in my brain.
Until then, I don't know you.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the most accurate statement. Stranger danger.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, does Grace hate me? It's like, no, Grace doesn't know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It really is.
Yeah. For you, like, I think it's okay to come off like weird or awkward. That's better than coming off as a bitch.
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like for me, I always get like people misinterpret this vibe as like Grace is mean. Grace is a bitch. And it's like, that's okay with me. I'm cool with that.
I honestly, comedy has been such a vessel to like stop caring about many things.
Yeah.
Because I've also had an RBF like my whole life.
Yeah. It's just.
And people have always thought that. And I would care deeply.
Yeah.
And like have full conversations where I'm like, if you think I'm a bitch, like I promise I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, who cares?
Exactly. Because it's like, if they're going to judge a book by its cover, then, you know.
Then cool.
That it says a lot about them.
Yeah. Like,
gotta explore the book to
unpack
know.
that for yourself.
Yeah, open the book up. Is it a hardcover? It's gonna need
a book.
Open it. Read the first chapter at least.
The dedication. Start there.
Read For Mom and Dad. Read that.
For
You'll know
Carol.
That she has a mom and dad.
Yeah.
It says a lot. For Carol. Oh, yeah. Carol is a meaningful person to them. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a start.
Yeah.
This is great. I mean, I love all of this. So my podcast, it's called K-Drama School, and with all of my comedian guests, I tend to play this game with all of my comedian guests because people who are not comedians suck at this game. But with every comedian that I've played this game with, every single one, 100% of the time, they enjoy it. I enjoy it. Audiences enjoy it. So what I do is I take a K-drama and then I take the person, the character, and then the scenario, and then I'm like, if you were this person in this situation, what would you do?
Okay, cool.
And you just riff.
Nice.
You just say whatever you want. Be free as a bird. Be as crazy as you want. Yeah. No limitations. So, okay, the show that I'm discussing, it's actually quite appropriate to the themes that we've been talking about. It's called Virtuous Business. It's about a woman who has a young son, and she's a single mom, and she has to support her kid and her family. So she starts selling sex toys and lingerie. So this is the show, okay?
Yeah.
And this is in like a small conservative village town.
I mean, I know multiple women.
Here you go.
That are like that.
So here we go. So we can relate. All right. So let's say you're a young mom. Your name is Chung-suk, and you have a son who is in elementary school. Your husband hasn't been able to hold down a job for a long time. Okay. All right. So the funds are very limited, and you're forced to look for work. While you've been out just desperately looking to get a job, you walk in and find your husband having sex with your best friend on the couch. What do you do?
One, saw it coming. All men are liars and cheats, especially if they're unemployed. Two, it's never the woman's. I mean, your best friend knew that you were married. Whatever. She's a problem for another day. Put the fear of God into that man. Make him pay psychologically for an extended period of time.
Mental terrorism.
Yeah. Like really, men, I like to make men feel bad. That's like when they're supposed to feel bad.
Oh, like cry?
Yeah.
Just cry.
Just,
talk about his mother.
Just, I want you to have a moment of realization.
Yeah.
I want you to like, I'm taking the kids.
Yeah.
I'm taking the kids and I'm packing my bags.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell my friend that you have chlamydia and you just gave it to her. And then you're gonna have nobody and you're not gonna have a job. The bills were already tight. Okay? You're at rock bottom, babe. You need me.
And alimony.
Yeah. You need me and I am gone. Yeah. There's not a chance. You already ruined it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Give him hell. I love that answer.
And sell those sex toys. That would be such a great. I mean, if you're gonna be in a field, be the best in your field.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing better than being a small town woman, a single mother, trying to pay her way.
Yeah.
That just recently went through this slightly traumatic experience with her husband.
Yeah.
You're the perfect person to sell a bunch of sex toys. Set up a bar trivia event. That's what the girls in my hometown do. They set up bar trivia. When you play trivia, if you win, you get sex toys. Do that.
Go and
out.
She has a story to sell.
Yeah, one, you get to work and you get to make money. And two, you get to hang out with your girly pops at the bar. You're doing social and business at the same time. That's the perfect combination.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than that.
What a life.
I think, she just really, you walk in, your best friend and your husband are hooking up.
Yeah.
just walk back out.
Yeah. It's like, oh, my life is made.
Yeah. You can cry about it, or you can just walk away from the explosion.
Unscathed. And an entrepreneur.
Actually, you know what would be crazy? If he didn't realize that you were there.
Oh, you
just left him.
Oh.
And then he was like, what? My wife just left me. And he doesn't know that you know that he was cheating. I think that would be cool.
Oh, okay. You know what's funny? I thought you were going to say, just don't even say anything. Just stand there and watch until they finish. I thought you were going to say something sicker and crazier like that.
No, I think it would be really cool if you just did a 180 on him, and you really shocked him by like when he comes home and the dishes aren't done.
Oh yeah.
And the kid is gone. Everything's off
gone.
The wall.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa.
You know what? You know what's crazy? This is literally like a fantasy I've had. Like, if I were to leave somebody after they did something egregious to me, what would be the best way to get back at them? And it would literally be, don't say a word, pack my shit and disappear.
Yeah. You're no nonsense.
As if I didn't even exist in this person's life.
You didn't exist. You don't care.
Gone.
Because they want you. They want the reaction.
Yeah.
Part of them.
They want the crying, the sniveling, the why.
I need you so bad.
Explanation,
no, you
therapy.
don't need him, girl.
No.
Yeah, just leave.
Bounce.
Yeah.
That actually did happen to like a coworker of mine. Like I worked at this cafe in New York, and my manager, who talked way too much, like one day he was just like, my girlfriend just like left me, and I'm like, oh my god, I just started working here like 2 weeks ago, like I don't know you know.
Yeah.
And then I heard another colleague say his girlfriend, like they were living together, and one day he came home and all of her stuff was gone. Everything was gone. She's just vanished.
Oh god.
And I was like, oh my god,
that is kind of crazy. I've heard that with like roommates will do that.
Wow.
I kind of did that. I mean, she knew I was leaving, but she was at work when I left. So.
Good riddance.
Or no, she wasn't.
Roommates are more annoying though. Like I feel like with roommates you're allowed to do that, but in like a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
All right, this is great. All right, let's go to question number 2. You're the same woman. You're Chung-suk again. All right, your best friend who is also married. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You and your husband were friends with your best friend and her husband. The 4 of you were like buddies.
Okay.
Okay. One day, your bestie's husband you run into him on the street. He's with his wife, and he's like, "Oh my god, I have great news. She's finally pregnant."
Oh.
And you are 100% sure that this is your husband's baby. What do?
Oh, we're shutting down the grocery store. Like, there will be a scene. A scene will be caused. I'm telling him immediately in front of her, so she knows. No defending herself.
Right in that same moment.
Actually, you know what? When I walked in on them, I'm collecting evidence.
Oh.
Maybe
Photos.
that's wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be made out to be a crazy person.
Right.
I will have Ring camera footage. I will burn your life to the ground. And at first I was like, no, like it's not the woman's fault. Oh, if you're pregnant with my ex-husband's baby, and your husband's like excited about that,
and he has no clue.
So sorry for you, babe.
Yeah,
we can go to support group together. Yeah, because I don't find you attractive. But you're gonna know. It's gonna happen.
Gotta tell the truth.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. That is the right thing to do. You gotta speak the truth. Yeah. All right. But you won't be sparing any dignities. Okay. I love that. No, yeah. That's great.
We will be opening up a bag of pork rinds in the grocery store and throwing it in her face. It will happen. There will be cream corn on the ground.
Full vindictive mode. I love this. All right. Let's say you're the same woman. You're Chung-suk again. You meet a very well-dressed woman. All right, her hair's done up, updo, suit, jewelry, makeup. She looks gorgeous, and she invites you with a bunch of other like young moms seeking work to a meeting, and she has this sales pitch. She's an entrepreneur who sells sex toys, and she is like, you can make a killing doing this kind of work. She shows you all kinds of lingerie, all kinds of vibrators, dildos, blah blah blah. All the women leave. They're horrified, embarrassed. They can't stand it. They bounce. Except you and one other mom, and both of you are desperate for an income. Now, you did not leave, but you are very skeptical, very doubtful that given how scandalized everybody in this room just were, like, how will you be able to move products? So you're just very doubtful. But you do need an income because your son can't even get a new book bag because you're so broke. What do you do?
Well, we're taking the offer. Listen, again, this is the best woman for the job. She has the backstory. She has the passion the fire has been lit. These women are scared. There are a lot of women who aren't like willing to express themselves. I see a lot of myself in this woman.
Oh yeah.
Go out there and just start talking loud, and the ducks will follow. They will eventually. They'll be like, you know what? I like that girl. And then they're going to have an arsenal of sex toys in their home. Yeah. And it's going to be because you sold it to them. And that commission, it's going to be big.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah. And also, like, if your boss, quote unquote, one, I don't support MLMs, but like, do what you have to do. Yeah. Your son needs a book bag. Yeah. So you're selling pure romance or whatever that's called. Yeah. But this beautiful woman, like, you're single, I'm single. Yeah. We're both selling sex toys. Yeah. Like, there's let's play the long game.
So you want to fuck your boss?
Why not? Listen, you were describing this gorgeous woman, and she's selling sex toys. I thought the end of the question was going to be she proposed to have a swinger party with you and the only other person at the business meeting.
So now we also know that a woman's suit is also a turn on for Miss Whilhite. Okay, all right, this is good. All right, got this. All right. Let's say you are the same lady. You're Chung-suk again. You decide to go ahead and do this work. So you invest all of your savings into getting the products, all right? And now you got to sell them to your local ladies. It's a small town, like I said. Village people, they're older, they're conservative, they are all moms, they've never had affairs. Like, the women have no clue what the hell you are showing them. You're holding vibrators, dildos, switches, and they have no idea what the hell these things are. What do?
You got to get really good at PowerPoint. We're doing an Apple level launch PowerPoint. We're doing a TEDx talk in the middle of a bar, because bars are for comedy. They're for drinking. Yeah. They're for drag shows. Yeah. That's like where people go to get exposed to, like, you know, all these different things.
You got the alcohol flowing, so you're a little more open to things.
Yeah, so just, you know, start with a metaphorical question, an open-ended, like, I love the idea of starting with an open-ended question, like, ladies, have you ever thought my life could be better than this? Right? Give them something to relate to right off the bat. Then slide 40, you're talking about the waves of vibration. And slide 65 is like suction. Like, we have to ease in. We have to let them subscribe to the mindset. Let them find that place internally where they have an inadequacy. And then slowly over time, keep them on the leash. You know? Make it, there's music, there's videos. Don't it's not flat. You're not reading off the screen. You practice. And we're gonna get through this.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. And that's how you sell it. I mean, because there's people that are really mad because this actually occurs, like these trivia whatever pure romance parties occur in my town, and people are like really upset about it sometimes. And I'm like, just don't even, like, you got to give it a title. You got to go somewhere where there's already people. Go to like the polka dance spot, you know? Go to the polka dance spot, tell them you want to do 10 minutes, like a 10-minute speech on charity. You're talking about charitable actions. But it's charitable to yourself. So really, you didn't lie.
With sex toys.
So you're just, you know. Do what you got to do.
Be creative is the point. Okay. And be bold and confident.
I mean, your husband already made a fool out of you, so.
Okay. All right. I like this. All right. Let's say, you're the same lady. You're the protagonist of the story, okay? You start this business. There's all this shock and backlash and shaming. All the women are shaming you. Their husbands are angry with you. Like, everybody in the community is like outraged that you are promoting sex positivity and sex toys and lingeries, and they're like, what would the children think? All right. One day you come home and you see that your home has been vandalized. Somebody wrote like dirty skank on the walls with spray paint. What do you do?
That becomes your whole brand. That's becoming a vector file that's going on the website. It really is. You think you're going to embarrass me? Babe, you just gave me an opportunity. And listen, if people want to treat you poorly, go watch 6 hours of roast battles on YouTube and start coming up with rebuttals, babe. Because if somebody's making fun of you because you're selling sex toys, that's sad for them. It really is. Like if the woman's like, oh, I'm scared of the sex, or the man's like, oh, we don't need sex toys. Yeah. You do.
You do.
You really do.
Those are the ones who need it the most.
Listen, sometimes you need a partner or a friend or a little helper, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody would be better off if you just came to terms with that. Yeah. And yeah, call me a dirty skank, spray painted on my home. Yeah. I'm not even going to wipe it off.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a really sick home.
Yeah.
Like,
you're going to bedazzle it.
Yeah, my son, he's going to have to come in the back door of the house so he doesn't have to see that because, protect the children.
Right.
But for me, it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, you got to be confident. You got to embrace it. Got to commit. All right. Now, let's talk about the son then. Yeah. Your son, little boy, okay, vulnerable age, needs a father. And he's like, Mommy, where's Dad? Like, why isn't he around? What do you do?
Call a handyman. Call a handyman and wear short skirts around the house. That's the fastest. Handymans want to be stepdads. I have not met a handyman that is not a stepdad or about to become one. And if get a handyman that's about your age. When he comes in, you should research his, get his website, look at his left hand, ring, all good to go. Have him come over. 1, you get your son a dad.
Father
2,
figure.
You get discounted handyman service or free handyman service forever. That's the way to go. Whether you're starting a fire in your own home to make the firefighters come, whether you're calling the handyman and paying for the first service, whether you're losing yourself in a field and becoming a damsel in distress for an officer of the law, if you're into that, not me. Or, say you take a nap in a field and a farmer just happens to come across you. Oh. Just all of the find a rugged man. All of these stereotypes love to be stepdads. I think we need to do research on how often those people are stepdads, because I really think that that's the highest.
We need a statistician to come through and do some research and show us the evidence. Like, what kind of career leads to stepfather lifestyle the most often?
Option 2 is to sell your son the mindset that you are mommy and daddy.
Oh, yeah.
I am your daddy.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I spawned you with myself.
Daddy is not a physical attribute. No. It is not a way of speaking. It is not a presence. Mm-mm. Daddy is a mindset. And I am mommy and daddy.
Yeah. That's you want daddy? I could switch on daddy.
Yeah. Girl boss. Let's play t-ball in the front yard. That's fine with me. I just got to go at 8:00 to go sell my stuff. But that's just because I have a job. You know what? Send him to a daycare that's got a man that is there.
Yeah.
The janitor. Make him introduce him to the janitor.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Be like, daddy doesn't necessarily have to be the person who is half of you via the sperm. Daddy's everywhere. Daddy's like God. Daddy is everywhere.
Or if he already knows your ex or your best friend's husband, Then like it could be some sort of platonic thing where you both move in together and raise your children. You're not in a relationship because that would be weird.
Yeah.
But like you raise your children
just
together.
Go upstairs and hang out with Uncle so-and-so for a little bit.
Yeah.
And come back down when you're...
You and Uncle Steve, go have a good time.
Yeah. Go play with cars or whatever it is you do. Yeah. And then come down when you need a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's a great... That's a great solution.
Yeah.
Handyman. Good God. All right. Let's continue. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing fantastic.
This is fun.
This is a great show so far.
It started with White Dr. Phil.
White Dr. Phil.
Yep.
Who is white, but not in Breanne's imagination. All right. So, okay. Let's say you are now a different character. All right. You are somebody who is a mother of 4. All right. You're a mother of 4 children and you live in a studio, a tiny 1-room apartment.
Okay.
Your husband is an ex-con. Okay. So he can't bring home the bacon. Like nobody will hire him.
Right.
He's a really good man though. Like he has a past where he's made some mistakes, but he went to prison. He served his time. He came back. He's reformed. He's a really good and dedicated father, but he can't make shit. Not only that, but he's also a horny motherfucker who wants to bone you all the time. He can't get enough of you. You become pregnant again. What do you do?
Listen, I think that I watch so many families that have this on TikTok. Like, what are they, the Resilient Jenkins or something? I read about them all the time. Anyway, that's rough. Because I am all for, listen, he worked hard to be reformed. Maybe he needs to maybe he picked up an additional habit that we have to control. Personally, I am not above doing what I have to do to support the children that are already alive in my life.
Okay.
So for me, that's not happening.
Okay.
Either the option A is we get a larger home so that people have their own bedrooms.
Yeah.
Or option B is this is not happening. Yeah. Which is kind of, but I also love a single mom. I don't know. A single mom's awful, right? I shouldn't say I love a single mom. I respect a single mom.
Yeah.
When I have to get my chores done in my home, I cosplay as a single mom who has to get her kids to t-ball practice in 30 minutes, and the dishes are done.
What a motivation.
Yeah, the dishes are done in 45 seconds. And I did wait 3 weeks to do that, but I just had to form the mindset.
You had to get into character.
Yeah, and so I think women, we just really, truly need to rise above. That man, you love him, he's great, but he is holding you down. He's holding you down. He's confining you in your own body. So rise above.
Yeah. Get on the pill.
However you choose. Yeah. Great question.
For the love of God. Make him get a vasectomy.
Listen, IUDs, 99%.
Just get it.
Get it.
Just get it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take care of business. Okay.
You should have done that a long time ago.
She should have. Jesus. All right. Let's continue. Okay. So you're this same mother of 4. All right. Okay. You and your 3 other women, you guys are now like a team. You're all part of this pyramid scheme, selling sex toys. And you guys are actually doing okay. You're doing pretty well, all right? But your unemployed husband, who felt so emasculated and helpless and useless, right? After hearing about your pregnancy and like, she's like, like you were like, oh, I want to get an abortion. He's like, no, like, come on, this is our child. Like, let's have the baby. And she's like, having this child would be a terrible thing for the baby because we don't have any rooms. Like, we can't barely afford this. All right. So because of all this emasculation, you go out and you do something naughty. You steal some stuff. That's fine. But the problem is you were driving the car with your friend who's also a criminal and you hit somebody.
Like, hit them with my car?
You hit them with your car. Okay. You run over them. And it's a man. The man is like on the ground bleeding to death. Okay. And your friend just drags you away. Okay. Right? And then your wife says, oh my God, you know what happened to my friend so-and-so's husband? He got hit by a car and they just left him on the street to die. And now he's comatose and lying up at the hospital. What do you do?
We're going to the hospital. And we're going to whisper in his ear. And we're going to say, nobody needs to know about this. I'm so sorry. Rest in peace.
Oh, and then what?
And then nobody has to know a thing. One, my friend is already a person who is in trouble, right? So they're not going to say anything. If it was me personally, I would turn myself in. But hypothetically, in this story time, really, how much worse can it get? If you're gonna, this reminds me of Good Girls. Did you ever watch that?
No.
It's got like Matthew Lillard in it, and then there's like 3 women. I forget all of their names. There's like a redhead with like huge tits that she's super famous, and then basically there's like these 3 women that start operating a drug ring because like their husbands don't make enough money.
Oh man,
it's such a good show.
Yeah,
they canceled it way too soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these women, they're like, well, I'm already broke, so I might as well be a criminal as well.
Might as well just take it all the way.
And I mean, really, once you get past a certain point, once you have 4 children and you're pregnant with your 5th, and your husband makes no money and he's emasculated, grow up, whatever, and then you hit someone with your car, take that as a sign, That's 3 things in a row. Maybe we're just not to. It sounds like take a vacation, babe. Listen, maybe he'll rise above if you leave the 4 kids with him and go to prison. Honestly, maybe turn yourself in. I don't know. There's many options, but you're gonna make a spur of the moment decision, and you're gonna stick with that.
All right, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. We're winding down here. Let's say you're back to being Chung-suk again. All right, you're the lady. All right, you've been doing this business thing. You thought of all these creative ways, and like management reaches out to you and they're like, you're actually one of the best saleswomen so far. We're gonna make you a manager. Okay, so you are now a manager, and you have so many more responsibilities now. Okay, but then one day when it's the day that you're supposed to get paid, you go to the office and you realize it's been ransacked. Somebody stole all of your money, all the products are gone, like it looks like shit. And you report it to the police, and the police say, it seems like this was robbed by somebody who knew this space very well. Turns out it was your own boss. They stole all the money, all the products, and ditched town. What do you do?
I'm going full FBI investigation. It's going to be like The Amazing Race. Is that where they hide from people? No, there's like a show. There's a show where they try to hide from like investigators.
Oh, wow.
She's going to be hiding and I will be investigating.
Oh, so you're going to put on a different hat.
The police cannot be trusted.
Oh, yeah.
To commit to, they're not passionate about it.
Pretty useless.
Passion is the motion of the ocean. I want to say something very different there, but I don't know. Listen, you gotta take care of business. Again, this woman's whole thing is taking care of business.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Don't play with my money.
Yeah.
Because I will find you.
Oh, yeah.
And I will, 1, get my money back, and 2, I'll figure out how to deal with you.
Yeah.
Because imagine the rage. A woman whose husband cheated on her. She's a single mom. She sells sex toys for a living. She's run on a caffeine and just pure hatred of anybody that's not a woman. And then a woman crosses her. You might as well be a man, babe. You might as well be a man. And I have so much pent up rage. And unfortunately, you're about to get the whole handful of it. I walked away from my husband. I said nothing. I was the bigger person. You take all my money.
Right.
My kid I need to get him a backpack still.
Yeah.
So, like, it's really important. Either I'm stealing a backpack.
Yeah.
Or I'm coming to find you.
Oh, yeah.
And wherever you are, we'll do a reverse. I'm going to ruin your life. and like, I don't know what I would do. Maybe, like, does she have a husband? Can we have sex with her husband?
Oh, yeah.
Can we repeat the cycle?
Yeah. Let's spread it.
Yeah, let's spread it. Spread it around.
Okay, when you said this earlier, I was actually shocked. I was like, oh, like how does she know? Like she hit the nail on the head. So, you were talking about like potential careers that would lead to stepdadhood very quickly. Like what kinds of men would end up wanting to become a stepdad? And you mentioned like handyman, firefighter. You also mentioned somebody who works in the force, and you were like, but that's not my type.
Yeah.
Weirdly, Chung-suk caught the eyes of a single handsome young police officer, a detective. And yeah, he's like really into her, right?
That's how you get the police to be passionate about your problem.
Start having sex with them. Yeah. So, okay, you guys get involved, right? But then just when your relationship has just begun to blossom, he gets called away for work. I know. For like at least 4 years out of town. What do you do?
Wait for him on my front porch. I don't know. Wait for him to come back from the war.
It's a very big turn. Yeah.
I was like, I hate men, and now I'm like, I'm sitting. I'm becoming a stone figurine on the front porch.
Remaining chaste, waiting and pining for him.
I mean, realistically, like as long as he's sending money home, I can hold strong.
Gotcha. Okay, again.
I mean, just it's business as usual. I was single before.
Is he providing?
Yeah. And as long as you're paying your portion of the bills, or if he has his own house, whatever.
Yeah.
I've been doing the single thing, so I can just keep doing that. And if I like you enough, then I'll hold out for 4 years. But like, send me a letter. Let's do a notebook thing. Like a notebook thing where we never astray.
No, the Notebook, like the movie with Ryan Gosling and Rachel. Yeah. Gotcha.
I just watched that for the first time like a month ago.
Oh my god, what was the experience like?
Well, okay, so this situationship.
Yeah.
We watched the first half of it on our first date.
Jesus Christ.
And then halfway through the movie, I was about to start sobbing uncontrollably, and I said, maybe this isn't a good idea.
It's a very intense film.
Yeah.
For a first date.
Yeah. And like, I was like, this is, I don't know what you're trying to do to me.
It was his suggestion?
Well, because we had a conversation about like movies that we'd never seen before.
Oh my Jesus.
And like that, like I said I'd never watched The Notebook. We opened Netflix. It's like on the, like however it happened.
Oh boy.
So yeah. And then like after some time, I got to actually watch the whole thing. That is tragic.
It's a fucked up movie.
And I never got spoilers. So like I fully experienced it for the first time. And like yeah
it's like one of those. It's like yeah Gina Rowlands, I mean, what a gem. The old lady.
And that kiss, man,
that smooch in the rain.
I love a kiss.
Ryan Gosling just latched onto his hip. I mean, there's two things that I've always asked men to do that they always get annoyed when I ask them to do it. 1, kiss in the rain. 2, hold their penis while they pee. And I just need a man that's ready to step up. Breanne, thank you so much for being an amazing guest on my podcast.
Anytime. This is so fun.
An absolute joy. Thank you.